you have done what several countries, especially the oil-producing countries, have not been able to do. And so for 63 years plus history of oil production in this country, you have come from the PIA, and while you were talking, I was just imagining that at your busy schedule, you quoted the PIA section. And PIA section 2021, chapter 1, part 3, subsection 7G. And after which, in your magnanimity, you also, gazetted it. And in the Gazette, part 4, section 18.1, allows you to appoint a competent independent assessor to review the entire hydrocarbon measurement system. CCE, the job was given to PE Energy after a competitive bid, precisely on the 23rd of July 2024. And we saw 19 prescriptive scope of work, 19 very ambitious scope of work. Before I move forward to tell us the processes we took, there is a quote, CC, you may have forgotten, but it said, with this historical measurement audit, NUPRC affirms that true national wealth is safeguarded not only by the barriers we lift, however, but by the transparency, accountability, precision in which we account for every drop, setting a new gold standard for Nigerian upstream future. So I guess by that meaning, you have alluded to the fact that the commission is a business enabler, because neither do you want the operators not to be getting their hydrocarbon, nor do you want the country to lose their revenue stream. And so CCE, we're here to tell you that we have completed the job in its all entirety. We assessed over beyond the number of stations that were given to us, and we are so happy that we instituted through your DMP some capable hands who further gave us additional hands that we went through and to do what is called a dry audit. CCE, we have mapped the entire upstream measurement system, which comprises of not only the flow meters, but also the ancillary equipment that measures the flow meter, because your regulation says quantity and quality. And CCE, we have mapped all of that in various zones: Eket, Lagos, Owerri, Port Harcourt, and Warri zones. As we speak, when you go into any of those zones by using the state-of-the-art software that we had a lot of combination of uncertainty with Infosys, Adveris, and Marshall, and also Kelton calculators we used. It's all embedded before we came out with any of the findings that we are here to show. CC, we had about 31 export terminal and about 128 exceptions to the audit, nearly 60% being significantly non-compliant. I'm here to categorically say that for us to have a national, true transparent activity, we implore all the stakeholders, all the IOCs to comply according to international standard. In the course of this job, we deployed, as per the regulation, we deployed international best practices. We have carefully purchased, on behalf of the Commission, all the necessary ISO standards, AGS standards, and OMS standards, all for this project. And the processes, the procedures we took by also submitting, which was done by the Executive Commissioner for DMP, was also to send them copies of this in the form of audit questionnaire. So a very copious and very detailed audit questionnaires were sent to these IOCs. We struggled in some cases to get them returned. Some of them returned them, but with empty sheets. The true nature of hydrocarbon accounting starts with the flue. From the flue to the carrier, from the carrier to the measurance, which are the primary element, the flow meters, the secondary elements that talk about flow measurement in the regime of oil or gas. CC, the culmination of all of that, again, will be available to show the details of the report. We have come here with about 11 volumes. 11 volumes that talked about the procedures we took, the international standard and benchmark we deployed, the field job we did, the submission they gave to us, whether it is data sheet, design, documentation, operation and maintenance. Because the audit was the audit from number one, philosophy. Which philosophy mandated you to design this meter? When you design these meters, how did you deploy this design? When you design and deployed, how are you operating the meter? When you operate the meter, how do you manage deviations? CCE, the report you see here that has 11 volumes, have all of those prescriptive descriptions of one of the deviations we have found. And that has accounted to a number of uncertainties across all the terminals. I therefore want to thank you, able CCE, for all the giant strides you have decided with your esteemed executive to propel the industry, not to be true industry, but an industry that can be benchmarked to international standard. We have also carefully, in our recommendations, we have also done 5-country analysis. We compared Nigeria to the rest of the world. And CC, you will see how, if the recommendations that have been put forward into this exercise will be carried out in any phase you want to, CC, you will discover that it will not only increase our revenue, but rather it will also increase investors' confidence. I am very, very aware, and the world is aware, that you are about to digitize the entire industry in a way that there will be transparency between investors. You've done a number of campaigns. How would you get investors' confidence when they don't even know or are sure of what they are measuring at the terminal? CCE, this is not a regime that you will be doing manual reconciliation. Today, between the terminals and the production sites, the reconciliations are manual. In the rest of the world that you are competing against, nobody does manual system. Everything is automated, and then the whole country will see. I do believe that this exercise has already revealed, and you will see it in details, and we are there to always defend what we have done. And that's the reason why we took steps for this exercise to be completed. We had almost close to 21 foreign experts, drawn from the United Kingdom, drawn from USA, drawn from Malaysia, drawn from Singapore, drawn from India, and all parts of the world. CCE, their credentials were all documented to ascertain the amount of work we did, more especially in the area of evaluating the number of uncertainties that arose that would lead to a very high degree of loss. And I wish that this is communicated to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and we are here with our team. At any click of your finger, CC will be here to defend that this country, our country, and that is the reason why the commission is set up, is to provide a level environment. This is the executive summary of our report.